Well, hello and welcome to Craft Room Stories with Peg. It's been a day and a week and a really long time since it's only been a week since you saw a video, but I have just been crazy busy, y'all. Okay, it's like Christmas time. Y'all all know some of y'all's crafting skills amaze me because you just like get everything done and you're so fast. I'm as slow as molasses. Okay. I just apologize ahead of time because my dogs have decided to play. I'm going to pause this and see if I can calm them down. Hold on, please. Okay, I'm back. We'll see how long this lasts. Some days they are just wild and crazy and want to do their thing, and other days they literally sleep all the livelong day. So, coffee, yum. Okay, so I was giving excuses of why I haven't made a video, but let me just say this. Okay, I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would make it to 100 subscribers this fast. So when I said that I would give away this deconstructed journal, I am still going to do it, but it's not done. Now, if somebody says, hey, we'll finish it ourselves, just send it with the supplies. Okay, we can maybe talk about that. But for the most part, I wanted to finish it, and then send it off. It's not going to happen that fast because I'm not fast. And I've had to take a pause so that I could finish all of my holiday things that I was doing, decorating my house. And, I have an exchange student who's a cheerleader, and she's in cheering all the basketball games and all of that. Oh, Lord bless America. Here we go. Okay, so back to this. If y'all don't mind, here's what needs to happen. Okay, you need to go back to all my previous videos. Anything that has any kind of gingham anywhere, you need to like and comment on that video in order to be in the running to win this deconstructed journal. Okay. And it's going to be a doozy, y'all. There's going to be a lot in it. And, okay, here they go again, playing. Hold on just a minute. Gibson. Stop. Okay, maybe they'll play quietly and just make snuffling sounds. If it gets crazy, I'll pause the video again. Look what I found in my stash. Okay, I literally bought these eons ago so that I could do this video because we've got the blue gingham girl, the green one, the red, and the pink. That's what I bought these for. Where were they? In the back of a file cabinet drawer. Yeah. Forgot all about them. Aren't they cute though? Yeah. We're going to have to use those. We're going to have to do something fun. Also, I'm going to set it aside though for now. Also, let me just show you what fun thing I got on Temu. Because, yeah, I order from there because I can't afford anything else. So unless it's on clearance, deeply clearance. Okay. All right, Gibson, let's not do that. Here's what happens. Paisley starts stuff, and then Gibson she riles him up until he's crazy, and he starts making it. Y'all are playing too close to Mama's Christmas tree. Do not. Y'all, I'm going to have to pause because there's going to have to be some corrections made that you don't need to hear. Pause. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I put them outside. They were reluctant to go, but I explained to them that this was not acceptable behavior while Mom is recording. I can have the on-air sign, and it just doesn't matter because they won't read it. Okay, drinking a little coffee just to calm the nerves. I know some people, it makes them jittery. For me, it's my happy place. Okay, so I was going to show you what I got on Temu because it's just too cute. Okay, I don't know how close I need to be for you to see the detail. That says love with a heart. Oh, I just think it's so pretty. I got all these crosses, and this one's got a dove. Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to go too fast. I know it pixelates. Look at that. Oh, the filigree. And they're just, this one's got some little blingy around the, wait, hold it the right way. Blingy around the edge. Aren't they just fun? Oh, I just love them. Plus they crinkle so nicely. Tink, tink, tink. Sorry. I digress, y'all. So, anyway, I was saying I have been so busy, but now I'm going to concentrate and get some stuff done today. Oh, I missed a little cross. Let's get that back. So, you know, we had put together a tiny little journal to go, tiny, well, you know, just a few pages kind of journal. This, if I will remind you, and I said I was going to put some pages in it and make this a bit of a journal. And this is going to be in, of course, the deconstructed journal. So I want things to be more coffee dyed a little bit, you know, and I spray things because some people do their thing. I do mine. But some stuff like I did and like baked it in the oven and stuff like that, this is not a coffee dye. I'm not really sure what happened here, but it's really dark. But anyway, still. And then I was like, you know, that's time consuming and I don't want to do it. This is some sort of paper that comes, you know, with like Amazon orders and stuff like that that need to not be, I'm gonna, you know, to keep your stuff safe. I'm going to try, where did I do with it? Okay. I need to cut some down to go inside. And I don't see the point in measuring because it's kind of fun to have all the pieces a little bit different, you know. I am sure that I have a story of, I will say, we still are battling some mice. If anybody knows something serious to get rid of them, I can't deal with it. I can't. And if I find any evidence in my craft supplies, I will probably lose it a little bit. So I'm going to just kind of roughly cut this down. I'm not going to probably use all these papers. Oh, that went awry, but that's okay. They don't have to be even, but I don't want them to be jaggedy. That's not cool. Okay. Somebody, Tina from Shabba Dabby Doodah said if you cut towards the fold, you don't have that kind of thing where they go askew, which is nice. All right, I need to cut this bit off anyway. Okay, so there we've got a few pages, and y'all, I desperately want to show you what I made the past 2 days for my exchange student, because she said that all she wanted was like stuff to help her remember her time here, and she loves my dogs, and she loves homemade stuff. She doesn't get, you know, a whole lot of homemade stuff, and that's what she wanted. So I can't show it because she gets notifications from the videos and she would see it, but I can kind of tell you what's coming. I will show it to you after Christmas. But I made her, well, I printed on fabric like I've showed you before. I put it down to a sticker paper, and I printed on plain fabric pictures of my 3 dogs. And then I think I've won her over to the Purple Way. And I have, I sewed that on a tote bag and then also on a fluffy pillow. So, yay! And I want to show you, because I think it turned out cute. It's not perfect or anything, but I think it turned out really cute. I have this gorgeous tissue paper that came from a baby shower. And, well, I know, you know that feeling when you have a hair on your arm and it's just lingering there? I know that I have a hair dangling on my arm somewhere. I cannot find it. It's driving me nuts every time I move. Okay, and the randomness of my conversation knows no bounds. Anyway, I wanted to put some of this tissue paper in the journal because I just thought it would be a cute addition to some fun paper. And it reminds me a little bit of kind of a calico pattern. I mean, it may actually be calico, I don't know, but it reminds me of calico. And so I thought that goes kind of calico, and the Gingham girls kind of go hand in hand. I'll cut that better later, but I'm just getting it kind of cut off the bigger piece. I have decoupaged a tag with this this tissue paper, and it is just gorgeous. Love it. I think it turned out real great. Okay, so I've got this piece of digital, and I've got this gingham piece, and I've got these little papers, and I have some graph paper. And I thought I would just quickly coffee dye it, and I'll show you my method for coffee dyeing. I mix up instant coffee, and I have it in this spray bottle that I keep in the fridge so that it won't get, you know, gross. And I just keep it in the door of my fridge, and then when I want to dye something, I don't, like I said, I found that it's real time consuming to do several at a time. And it might be fine, like if I was making a whole lot of journals at once or something, or, you know, if I get into doing this and I start selling them or something, I might, you know, want to have some on hand that's just already done. And I've seen people do these gorgeous things with, you know, that look like lace and everything like that. And I found at a garage sale a plastic mat that has a design like that. So I'm going to give it a try, but I haven't done it yet. So anyway, I just give it a spray. I keep it kind of dark because I like it dark, because it always dries a little bit lighter than what it is. And I just spray it down. Can you hear those dogs barking? I don't know what they're seeing outside. Somebody could be driving by. The wind could have blown hard. They could have heard an ant fart. I'm telling you. Oh, they're a mess. So I just will spray these down, and then I'll put them under this one light I have, and they dry pretty quickly. But I'm just showing you what I do. And then we'll work on some other things together. Now, my friend Crystal, y'all have heard me talk about her before. Her and her mom Connie do these journals too, and they do a great job. She said that it's okay if my video runs long because you guys can just fast forward it and whatever. And I was like, well, that's what I do. If, you know, if I'm trying to get the whole video in and I can't, I don't have time to watch them all. I try to keep up with everybody's. But y'all, I just get overwhelmed, and I can't get them all watched. I love everybody and their talent so much. I try to just watch as many as I can, but I can't watch everybody's. So, and I have notifications and stuff, and I try to just, anyway, I fail at that. But I try to support everybody by watching their video and liking it and commenting if I can. Sometimes I don't even think I can comment much. Okay. So I'm going to run and put these over, and I'll be right back. Just hold that thought. Don't go away. I'm still here. Still here. Don't be alarmed. I don't know if you can still hear me, but I'm still here. I'm just putting these papers down to dry. Okay. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, and now I've made this lovely little mess on my glass mat. So I'm going to use my trusty baby wipes and get that all kind of cleaned up. I have decoupaged the top of my desk because it got kind of scratched and oogie, and it was old and somebody else's before it was mine and all that. So I have decoupaged it, but it has since gotten, you know, gone by the wayside. So someday I'm going to come in and do it again, but I haven't yet, obviously. I'm just going to finish off this copy real quick. All right, so I'm going to plug in my glue gun, and I'm thinking while that stuff is drying and I can't really work with it too much, what if we come and make some pockets for the box? So I am picking up the box. Okay, so here's the box. Lovely, trusty little box. Okay, and I wanted to make some pockets to go inside the box. And I had thought about when I saw Natasha from Treasure Books make hers, she had kind of a little clipboard on this bigger part here, which I thought was really cool. And I have one, but it needs to be, you know, it doesn't really go. It's this. I mean, it's black and white. That part goes. But you take out the paper, and it's this. Well, it doesn't not go. I don't know. It's not really, it doesn't say Gingham Girls to me, though. One of my dogs is barking to come back in. She thinks I'm evil. That's okay. I don't know. I think it could actually even go there. Let me see if it folds. It seems to fold just fine. And then it could be, it could hold some things. And because the box is so big, if you can see, there's still quite a bit of room, even with the clipboard there. But, and I hesitate to cover it because number one, this is almost a, not a waxy, but definitely a really kind of smooth finish. So things aren't going to stick to it very well. And I don't want to take that off, and cutting around it seems tedious. I mean, you guys might have a plan or something like that for it. I wonder if I could put like a strong magnet in. Let me get my magnets and see if I have something strong enough to work that would hold that in. I've got all kinds of magnets, y'all. Because I got them from the Dollar Tree. I say a lot. I feel it. I want to stop, but I can't seem to stop. I do not. I just saw them yesterday. So, oh, here we go. Anyway, I got them from the Dollar Tree when I first started seeing people use magnets, and I thought, well, that's cool. So here they are. These are strong, so let's see if this sticks to that. Okay, it sticks pretty good. It's holding. I don't know. Huh. Okay. So I would probably say I need 2 of them. What do you think? If I set 2 of them down, one stuck, the other maybe needs to turn that way. There we go. Okay. What do y'all think? The question I have is, will it actually, can I glue it to where it would glue really strong in there? I feel like I'm just wasting your time. I'm going to give this a little more thought. And in the meantime, come over here with some pockets. Now, I know I was going to put down, sorry, I keep leaning away from you, but I was going to put down one of these paper bag pockets that needs to really be down to be lifted up. Let's see. Did I have more than one? I've forgotten what I made, y'all. Oh, here's the other one. Now that one is kind of matchy-matchy. But I like it. But I apparently make them only facing that way. I never turn them this way. Might have been better to be opened that way. Huh. Well, okay then. I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm doing. I may just be on here faffing about. I love that word, faffing. I don't really know what that means, but hopefully it doesn't mean anything bad. I feel like it would have to go there because none of these ones are too small. They need like a skinny pocket. Okay. Well, this one really would have to go there, but then that's going to crush that. I'm going to just, maybe I'll just leave these in the deconstructed journal for now. And maybe put something here. Okay, so what kind of pocket shall we make? Shall it be a cloth? Definitely, I think whatever we do needs to include some of these lovelies because I want to use them. Here's some cloth. Oh, Paisley's out there barking like a lunatic because she wants to come in. She won't give it up. Here's just a plain thing. I think I was going to make a tag out of that. I'll leave that. Okay, if I make, you know, I found this little scrap of fabric and I haven't done anything with it because it was the only red one I had. So maybe I'll do this. We'll put that on some card and make a gorgeous pocket. Okay. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be Christmas. It's got some red and green, but to me, red and green can mean Christmas or it can just be, it looks pretty together. I don't see anything about this that says Christmas. Okay, so if we turn this over, we can decoupage this fabric on here and make a lovely pocket. Okay, I'm trying to get rid of some of these strings. Okay, so let's see, which part of this do we want? I like that. Let's get the trusty cutter out. I'm going to cut just this side of the bow and then probably just the other side of the bow. That way we have the bow still intact, but it's not so wide because, well, it's going to be too wide to go here. Maybe we'll put it here anyway. I think we will. In which case, I may just leave the bow like that, but then I can't. What was I talking about? Decoupage some fabric. That I would do for like a tag, not a pocket. Maybe I'm making a tag. Maybe I'm making a tag, y'all. Maybe I'll make kind of an extra large tag. I will try that. Well, that's not. Okay, there we go. I have to bring Paisley in quite a bit, y'all, because I can't remember if I've mentioned this or not. I don't know what I've said to who, but she has lupus. I didn't even know it was a thing that a dog could get lupus. But she has lupus, and what makes it worse, hers is the skin kind of lupus. There's the organ kind. That's much more dangerous because that means, you know, their organs are affected and they will die. But the skin thing is still somewhat dangerous, but they can keep it at bay for a lot longer. And she's only 5.5 years old. And so I'd kind of like to keep her around for a little bit longer. Her and Gibson are just kind of inseparable. But anyway, so I don't leave her outside if the UV is very high, because the UV is what affects whether or not her face basically explodes. It just explodes into blisters and horrible looking things. Y'all, why? I think I need a new blade for my cutter. It's just raggedy. Cutting everything raggedy. I hope you guys are having a great Christmas season. I am having a blast, but I'm so busy. I'm just meeting myself coming and going. All right, so if we do a large tag, we could do like this in the middle and do some lace or trims. Let's see what this trim looks like. That goes. Should we do a matching trim or a contrasting? I kind of feel like we should do matching. Let's do matching. No idea what I was saying before my mind ricocheted onto something else. Who knows? I feel like it is entirely possible I have adult ADD. I don't know, but trying to maintain a thought process lately has, well, lately, always challenging for me. So, y'all, I'm going to have to pause it again and go get the lunatic back in the house, because it's going to drive, you may not hear it, but it's driving me nuts. So let me try to pause this again. I'm sorry it shakes every time. I don't mean to do that. Probably making y'all sick. Just a second. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe they'll be good, maybe they won't. I said I was going to decoupage this on here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac, because if I decoupage, I'm going to have to wait for it to dry, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to move this so I have room to craft. Okay. Also, we need some lace. I have been using this. I just think it's so pretty, but I don't think it's wide enough. Huh. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do. I'm going to smooth this out. On my wish list this Christmas was a tiny craft iron and a tiny little craft ironing board that I could have here to just iron things and not have to get out the big iron and ironing board that is put away, that I only get out at random times. Okay, I think, let me just see where this is going to come. Oh, y'all, I think we're going to have to maybe coffee dye this a little bit on the back, and then I'll have to dry it with my heat tool, because it's going to show up. So let's just get a little. Okay. I thought about just using the, why are my words just, I mean, the ability to speak is completely foreign to me today. I thought about just inking it up, but I was afraid I would not make it look right. That it would end up looking more muddy than coffee dyed. Okay. It's going to be a little loud. While I'm doing this, I'm going to see if I can tell you a little story. Now I've got some doozies. And some of them, I think maybe you're going to have to know me a little bit better before I can tell them, or you're going to be like, we're not watching her anymore. She's completely lost her mind to share that much information, but oh well. Y'all, I tell you, sometimes my craziness just knows no bounds. Just knows no bounds at all. Well, this is getting quite wrinkly, but that's okay. That might add to its charm. We'll see. Or if it doesn't look right, I'll just glue it and back it to something heavier. I may have to do that anyway. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me or will even want to listen beyond this heat tool. So my husband and I went to college in Texas, and my niece also went to the same college. We're just 7 years apart. And so she went to the same college. My best friend from high school, I went to boarding school, and we were roommates and stuff. Senior year we were. Anyway, we were roommates again then in college. And then when I graduated college and got married, my niece moved in with my best friend, and that's how that worked. Well, I don't know that she moved in right away. I think she did. At least for a while, she lived there. So, y'all, this is quite wrinkly. I don't know that I'm happy with this at all. Okay, I'm going to probably glue this onto something and hopefully be able to smooth it out. Anyway, yeah, so my husband and I got married the week after I graduated from college, because it's not like we were in that big a hurry. We were, but let's not get crazy. We were in a hurry. But it was because I had interviewed for a job in Washington State and thought I was going to get it. I did not get it, but that's okay. So we got married the week after, to the day that I graduated from university. So anyway, it doesn't matter, but we'd only been married a few months and decided to go back and visit my niece, my best friend, and hang out for the weekend and just have a good time. So we decide Saturday night that we're going to make some snacks and watch a movie together. So we go over to the Kroger and we're going to watch a movie. Listen to me. We go over to the Kroger. We're not going to watch a movie at the Kroger. We go over to the Kroger to get some snacks for the movie. And we kind of split up because my niece and my friend went over to, I don't know what they were looking for, something that they needed at the house, as well as whatever snacks they were going to get. And then we were going to pick up some snacks, and then we were going to compare and share like a potluck snack deal. So all was well. Now, this is important information to the story, so I'm going to tell it. It's going to be a little overshare, but it doesn't matter. Well, the whole thing, my life is overshare. But so when I was born, my right arm was paralyzed, and it did heal, but some of the nerve ends in it are still dead. And so it does not straighten completely out, and I hold it a little funny. People often think that, you know, maybe I broke my arm and it didn't get set right or anything like that, but it's just that when I was born, it was paralyzed. So my husband, we dated kind of off and on for 6 years before we got married, so he knew me pretty well, and he knew to always walk on my left side because of the wonky right arm. And so we were off looking at something, and of course he was on my left, and we were walking fairly close together, not holding hands or anything. I've never been much of a hand holder because I get hot. But I wanted to show him something. Let's see if I can do this with my hands. So I reached back and, you know, pat him, you know, which my hand was down, you know, around my hips or whatever. And I pat him from behind to show him what I wanted to show him. Well, we were newlyweds, I'm going to remind you. When I realized where my hand was, I got a little frisky. And I thought, you know, why not just enjoy the lingering of my hand where it is? Now, mind you, he was standing very close to me. It wasn't like I was just groping him out where, you know, everybody could see. So I just need that to be noted. By the way, this is my cousin Amanda's favorite story. She tells it to strangers that I do not know. And I am afraid to meet any of her friends at this point. Of course, now I'm telling it, so it should be fine. Anyway, so I just, you know, I don't want to be crass, but y'all, I just glued this the wrong way. That's what I get for trying to talk. I'm going to continue cutting it down and use it for something else. What is wrong with me? Oh, I'm telling you, I'm clearly not stable, but that's okay. Anyway, back to the story, because I'm going to be gluing another piece. So I have a hold to him, and then I hear him speak over my right shoulder and a little bit further away. Now, I still have a hold of him, and I know that he is not that agile. I know this about my husband. And so, because I know this, I realize that I do not have a hold of my husband. I have a hold of somebody else. Yes. Who, by the way, is not speaking, has not told me, kind lady, please remove yourself from me. This is inappropriate behavior. Y'all, I am telling you, I was traumatized to the extreme, not sure if I can turn, and I know that I'm going to have to turn and apologize to some stranger that I now have my hand on. And by the way, I still have my hand on him. I haven't moved it. I pray that whatever is going through my head at this time is going through very quickly. I fear, though, that it was prolonged. I don't know, but I am telling you, the cringe factor here is so strong. So strong. Oh, I should probably not be telling you guys this, but it's okay. Either you love me or you're never coming back. I get it. No, I get it. I totally get it. So, and the dogs are at it again. Okay, so I turn to this man, y'all. I turn to him. And he has not moved. He has not said anything. I'm going to pause for just a second and stop the ruckus. Okay, I'm back. I have stopped the ruckus. I have threatened to spray them with water. They don't like that. And while I was on pause, I went ahead and glued this down so as not to bore you to the extreme. Hopefully, I've cut it relatively straight. Okay, so back to the story. Because I know you're just sitting there on pins and needles waiting for this. I've just been going along in nonsense. So, yeah. So I turned to the man, who, by the way, is standing far too close. He shouldn't have been that close in the first place. I wouldn't have mistaken him for my husband if he wasn't that close. But that's okay, neither here nor there. He's staring at me with the blankest stare. And I know that I need to apologize. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were my husband. Not one word came out of his mouth, not one. And he just kind of walked around me, and I walked around him the opposite way. And I went to find my husband, who had wandered off. He should know better. Don't wander off. You're going to leave me like Adam and Eve. Anyway, this poor man, I don't know what was going through his head. He didn't even act like he enjoyed it. Oh. So now I have to tell my husband. And I'm trying to do it quietly as this man gets further away where hopefully he can't hear what I'm saying. And I'm dying. So you know how when you're trying to be quiet, you're like louder than you intend to be? That was me. And I'm like, you know, I tell him what happened, and he's like, I told you when we got married that you weren't allowed to be with anybody else. And I'm like, sir, you may not. It is far too soon for your nonsense. Please cease. I cannot. I can't. So we went hunting for my friends because I wanted to get out of there. My friend and my niece. And every aisle, I kid you not, every aisle we went down, this man was at the other end. And I am just total in cringe mode. My face is flaming hot. I'm just dying. I got to get out of there. We finally find them. And I'm like, y'all, we need to go. Are you done? And they're like, no, we're still trying to, you know, get this or that. I said, well, I'm done. I need to go. And they're like, what is your hurry? And I said, look, something just happened and I need to get out of this store. And they're like, what? So of course I have to tell them. They begin laughing so hard. My niece literally laid down like a dying roach in the middle of the aisle of the Kroger, laughing so hard. My friend Deanna, she wheezes when she laughs. She's like, like Muttley. I've mentioned that before. Still true. She's dying. And here's this guy coming at the other end of the aisle. I'm like, nope. I said, okay, just give me the keys. I'm going to get in the car. Yeah. Anyway, so that's called feeling up a stranger. Yeah. I don't do that on a regular basis. It was an accident. It's got to be said. It was an accident. So there's your story for the holidays. And, you know, I don't do things like that on a regular basis. So I just want you to know that. And now let's get back to crafting, because that's a lot, isn't it? That is a lot. And now you're going, why did I come over to her channel today? Oh, my word. Yep. We're still married, though. Been married 25 years, guys. 25 years. So we're all right. But good grief. Yeah, shameful. There's so many stories. I wish there weren't so many stories. And you just think, how is this woman that crazy? How in the world? Oh, I just don't know. I don't know. It's my ministry of embarrassment. I think God just was like, you need to learn to laugh at yourself, Peg, so here you go. I don't know, but are y'all ready for Christmas? I am so excited. I love Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. I don't know all the words, but there's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well. The sturdy one, I don't know. Dun, 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 dun. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. But the prettiest sight you'll see is the holly that will be on your own front door. Anyway, I could go on. I won't. But when the songs come to you, you just have to sing them. And Christmas is definitely alive in my house. I will show you, because I want to remind you that we've got a Christmas special planned. My exchange student is so excited. We got the pajamas that match. I'm going to put this here because this isn't very... Well, wait, will that come? Will that... So I want it to come over there. If I have this here, let's see what that will look like. Yeah, I think I want that there. Anyway, we are planning a Christmas special that we will film next week when she's out of school with the dogs. We've got jammies, matching jammies. Oh my goodness, I know. You're going to just die. We're going to be so hokey and we don't even care. And these dogs, y'all, are a constant source of amusement when they're not irritating you when you're trying to do a filming and they're being too loud. But anyway, they're so funny. And they're always doing such crazy cute things that we just wanted to share that with you and bring a little light to your life. Hopefully it will. And then if anybody's having a down Christmas season, come watch our Christmas special, which we hope to get up. My plan is to get it up, get it loaded so that it is coming to you not live, coming to you on Christmas Eve. So a little Christmas special. If you're with family and they're getting on your nerves, you can turn that on. What is wrong? I probably should just stop trying to speak at this point. Things are not going as planned. So anyway, it's going to be fun. We don't know what we're doing yet. It's going to be fun. We're going to film the dogs doing funny, silly things and looking cute. There may be some Christmas carols we both like to sing. So it will be fun. Well, it will be fun for us. We don't know if it'll be fun for you or not, but we hope so. We hope so. So I'm going to put a little hot glue on this one so it will stick fast. I have thinned down my fabric tack, probably too thin, but because I was running out and I was like, look, I've got this to have this stretch because I cannot afford to buy any more right now. With Christmas, I cannot afford it. So I wanted to put that at a little bit of a curve and give it kind of some character. And then we're just going to put this at the top. I wonder if we want, I think I may put some gingham ribbon up at the top and maybe a bow. I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm trying to decide whether or not to do Fabri-Tac. Probably. So we have got a fun Christmas planned because family is coming to our house this year because of our lovely exchange student. And her sister is flying in from Germany. They're from Dresden. And her sister is flying in. My sister is driving up from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And so we're going to have the sisters, and we're very excited. I have not seen my sister in a year and a half, and I'm dying. I mean, we do a video chat every week, so it's not like, you know, you see each other that way. But it's not the same as being there, you know, right in person. It's not the same. And do I want to cut this off straight? Oop, I'm just slinging stuff hither and yon. Do I want to cut this off straight? I've got little threads going on all over the place. I don't know what's happening. Or cut it at a bit of an angle. I'm going to cut it at an angle and see if I like that. I need to sharpen my scissors a little bit. I'll clean them. Anyway, we're very excited. Then we've got my niece is coming in from Arkansas, and she's going to be staying with her dad, who lives, you know, just like 20 minutes from us. And what do you think? Do you like it? I think it's kind of cute so far. Do we want this the right way across and then a bow? Is that too much, do you think? I definitely think I want it across. Now I'm going to burn the edge of this because it is really fraying. And I hope I'm not boring you to tears yet. Okay, so I'm going to burn this a little bit too. Okay. I'm going to put this across and then maybe a bow. Or do I just want a bow? I just feel like I really want it all the way across. So then my nephew is coming in. Now, see, my niece and nephew, my sister's kids, we're real close to them because they're almost like siblings for me because we're real close in age. My sister was 19 years older than me, and she was so much fun. We really just miss having her around for the holidays. She loved Christmas, and we always knew we were going to have a big celebration, and we lost her, and the following year we lost my mother, and my mother had dementia, so we knew she did not want to live with that. So even though I missed her, and I miss her every minute of every day, I know that I will see her again. So there, I feel like it looks like a storefront. What do y'all think? Do you feel like it looks like a storefront? I don't know. I just think it's cute. I don't know if I want the bow, but I feel like I do. So we're going to get together. We are a game playing family, so we are going to play games. We're going to, thankfully, our exchange student and her sister really like games, so we are going to have a good time. And we play, and we're silly. Some people are more, what's the word, competitive than others. I'm not competitive at all. I always feel bad for whoever's losing and try to help them. But often when we're together in a big bunch like this, if it's not a single kind of game, then we play guys against the girls. Now, we won't be able to do that this year because we're going to have way too many girls, and it wouldn't be quite fair. So we might have to just do teams, and it's not guys against the girls, but just teams. Okay. All right, I don't know, there we go. That's my bow. I'm gonna keep some of the bigger scraps to make, what do we make? Those little, anyway, you know what we make. So, we're going to play games. We've got a meal planned. Now, we're all vegetarian, and we're raised that way. My brother's coming in from Tulsa. I forgot that, too. My brother's coming in from Tulsa. That's not far. That's like an hour and a half. So my brother-in-law is going to be here. My niece, my nephew, his wife, their 2 kids, and they've got a baby. She's so stinking cute. And their son, he likes to craft with me in the summertime. He comes and stays a week, and or a few days at least, and we craft, and it is so much fun. If we can, next summer, if he comes to stay with me, then I will show you this book that we made. We call it the Critter Book, where we made a bunch of critters out of popsicle sticks and pom-poms and silly stuff. I like that. I don't know what we're going to put on this, but I feel like we should put something. Let me look in my bag of tricks and see what we got to put on here. I'm sure we need a gingham girl on here. Now, have we done a little carriage? Have we done one of those before on something? I don't remember. But we could do that. We could do the little carriage. That's cute. I'm going to try to get some more videos made tomorrow if I can. I don't know how that's going to work. But I won't be able to next week because I'm going to be so crazy busy. But I want to remind you, if you would like to win this, or have a chance to win this, you know what, I want to cut that bit off. just deconstructed journal, then I would love it if you would go ahead and you've got to be subscribed, and then I might put that on there to cover up that little part I don't like. You've got to be subscribed. You've got to like each video that has a gingham girl on here, and then you've got to I don't know. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. Like, subscribe, like, and comment. That's what I'm trying to say. And then I will figure out how they run those little, you know, things where you can pull up everybody's name that has done those things, and it will be so fun, and somebody will win this, and I'll get it in the mail to you. But it will likely be after Christmas, because I know I've got to add more stuff to this. I want it to be chock full so that, you know, whoever wins it has some yummy goodies. So I was looking for one of my little girls. I think I'm going to have to cut one out. So I'm right here. Don't be alarmed. Here we go. I think Sarah is my green one. I'm going to use her since I'm using the baby carriage there with the little doll. So y'all let me know if you've had any awkward encounters with strangers that you want to share with me. I love it when people share their stories of embarrassing or horrifying things, so then I'm not alone. Because most of the time I'm like, there is no way I'm alone. No one has done that thing. I mean, I know people have had wardrobe malfunctions and falling and everything like that, and some people have said they have had a situation with a mouse, but no one has given me details yet, so I'm going to need some details. Am I on screen? I know I tend to be off screen. I don't mean to be. But it is hard to hold this out and cut it. I feel like I can't see good enough, but I don't know. You know, it's just an awkward thing you got to get used to when you're doing these fun videos. Anyway, share your awkward stories. Share your Christmas plans with me. I just love to hear what other people are doing. Next week, part of why I'm not necessarily going to make a video unless I make one of this is candy making. I've got to make some rolls, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in the freezer so that they're done ahead of time. And I've got to make some dressing and get that in the freezer so that it's ready to go. I can thaw it out easy and just get it right in the oven, because I don't want to do everything the last day and have, you know, no fun, because all I'm doing is cooking the meal. Now, like I said, we're vegetarian, so we have, this was our Christmas and Thanksgiving meal. We always had the same thing for Christmas and Thanksgiving every year. My mother was a cooking genius, and none of us are skinny because of it. No, I'm sure there's another reason, but we do, you know, we do like food. And I tend to be a foodie, they call it, because I like to cook and I like to come up with new, I hate to say recipes, because I don't cook with recipes predominantly. I just make things from scratch, come up with stuff. So I have to tell you this though, our exchange student, Isabel, love her to death. She made vanilla cupful. Now we had another exchange student last year, Yetta. She made vanilla cupful too, and it was good. And they are cookies, is what they are. Small, crispy cookies, bite-sized. It's not even a 2-bite, it's a 1-bite cookie. Very crunchy, kind of a nutty flavor, very buttery. They're like the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. I am telling you, they are so yummy. It is, if you've never had them, you need to look them up, look up a recipe, make them. But they call for, most of the recipe, or at least this recipe, calls for hazelnut flour, which we don't have. Or at least we couldn't find it in this area. And she needs a dress. And so bless Isabel's mother so much. I love her. And they sent us a box, y'all. I'm going to show you the goodies when we do our deal with the dogs. I will show you what she sent. They're so pretty. Anyway, she sent us a package that had this hazelnut flour in it and also this vanilla sugar that they use to go on the outside of these cookies. Y'all, she has made 3 recipes of these cookies, and we have eaten them all. We've shared a few. We have shared a very few. But we have eaten them all. My word. And I'm not even ashamed. You know, I should be ashamed. I'm not. I'm not even ashamed. They're so good. I don't even care. I will deal with weight gain after Christmas. But during Christmas, I refuse to think about it. There are people who are like, oh, I can't eat that. I'm not that person. I can eat it, and I will, because it's yummy, and we're going to enjoy it. I just don't see the point in sitting worrying about your weight during the holidays, making people who've cooked the food feel bad that you won't even eat it, even though they've made it special for you. That's just my thoughts anyways. I'm like, it's the holidays. Just ignore it, deal with it afterwards. Anyhow, y'all. Okay, so vanilla cupful. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I was telling you what we usually make at Christmas. Okay, so our deal, we always make a cornbread dressing, and we use, fake chicken seasoning to make it. And we make, we have fake turkey, fake chicken, and fake ham. And my mother always made the ham, the fake ham. We called it wham. And now it's called ham again, fake ham or something. Anyway, she always made it with pineapple and brown sugar and butter, and then just would bake it in the oven forever. And it was so good. Oh, it's so good. If you haven't had anything like that, come on over for Christmas, because we're going to have some yummy food. I want that dress on her, but that one appears to be too big for her. So let's keep looking. Since she's with the doll, I don't want her to be carrying something. And everything is, she's either carrying a watermelon or a cake or, oh wait, here's a plain one. Let's see. There, that one will work. Okay, so we have that. Okay, then we would always make yams, like with brown sugar and butter, and bake it till they were caramelized. And Mother always put a little bit of orange juice in it for a bit of tang. And green bean casserole, that was our vegetable. Homemade rolls, which the wham went really well on a homemade roll. I would just eat that. I don't even care about the rest of it. Then we would have cranberry salad, which is made with you grind the cranberries and marshmallows together. We did vegan marshmallows, or kosher, not vegan necessarily, but kosher. And anyway, let me see where this fits. I can't talk and figure that out myself, apparently. Okay, so that is going to come to about right there. Anyway, you grind the cranberries and the marshmallows together, and then you drain pineapple, and you put that in it with some sugar, and then that sugar, you put the sugar in the pineapple and it dissolves. And then that mixes all together, and then you whip up whipping cream, and that whipping cream adds the light and fluffy texture to this cranberry salad. It's amazing, I must say. It is amazing. So, let me see. Okay, we got the mashed potatoes and gravy, dressing, the meats, fake meats, and the yams, and then, okay, that was the main meal, and then the dessert. Oh, I put that too far down. Okay. So we are pie makers. I used to make pie for a restaurant one summer in Kansas. And I was the pie maker. And that's what I did. And I'm gonna trim this down just a hair. There, that looks a little bit better. So for pies, Mother always made chocolate pie, of course pumpkin, we have to have pumpkin. And then usually there was a fruit pie of some sort, apple, usually apple. Occasionally my mother would make a peach cobbler or something like that, instead of an apple pie. And then there was always a raisin pie for my dad. That was his favorite, was raisin pie. And I used to make a homemade, from scratch, lemon meringue pie for my brother-in-law, because he always used to say that was his favorite pie. Well, then chocolate pie became his favorite pie. And so I don't make the lemon meringue anymore. But anyway, and then at Christmas time, and this was a meal that we would have Thanksgiving and Christmas. Then at Christmas time, we would have, let's see, I just feel like she's facing that way, but she's going to be facing away from her doll. Something like that. Okay. At Christmas time, then, we also would make candy. Can you understand why we were all fluffy people? Mother would make this C's chocolate fudge, and then she taught me how to make it as well. And then peanut butter fudge, peanut brittle, two kinds of peanut butter fudge. There's the old fashioned, and then there's the peanut butter fudge made with marshmallow cream. And peanut brittle, and she used to, when I was a kid, she would make divinity, and then she learned to make chocolate divinity. That was good. And she used to make these things called walnut balls, and then my sister would always make, and Mother used to make it, but then my sister started making it, the what they called halfway cookies. Oh my word, they're like a new take kind of on chocolate chip cookies. It will change your life. I'm just saying. They're so good. I'm having a glue avalanche. I did see Carol from A Crinkled Path talked about how to avoid that, but I don't have one of those thingies on here, so I just unscrew the crap. I just unscrew the cap. Y'all. Oh, why am I still trying to talk? This is going to be a really long video. I may have to edit some of this out, or you guys can just speed it up, you know, just speed it up. But I'm going to get this on here, and I'm going to get, oh, I glued that down. Let's see if I can pick that back up. No. Okay. I forgot I wanted to put that on her. There. Okay. Then I'm going to put a little scripture on here, or song or something. Anyway, sometimes if I poke a hole, it stops the avalanche too, but letting a little air in. Okay, this is, I've showed this before, I think, my scripture album and things that I keep beautiful things in. What do we want? The Lord is my light and my salvation. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Oh. Fix your eyes upon Jesus. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. look full in his wonderful face, and the things of earth will grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. I can't look at song lyrics or see song lyrics without needing to sing the song. It's a struggle for me. And I've got Christmas carols going through my head right now. I'm trying to. Ooh. Tune my heart to sing my grace. I think the squirrely little thing on the tune and the grace kind of goes with that little handle on there. So I'm just going to do that. And we're going to just ink that up a little bit. Now that song's in my heart. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, anyway. Flaming tongues above. Oh, I was about to get loud with my song. Y'all are probably like, stop it right now. Some of y'all have been so kind and graceful, but I've noticed that some of y'all sing too. And I just want to get together and sing with you. I think that would just be fun. Okay. There is a nice little, well, not little, this is a nice huge tag with not journaling spot on the back. Did I just do that? There's no journaling spot on the back. This was supposed to be the journaling spot. What? Okay, so after I get off of here, I'm going to put a little, or you know what? Maybe it'll just be pretty. And if somebody wants to put a journaling spot, they can. If not, we just got a pretty tag. And it's pretty on both sides. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Oh, my word, y'all. I'm losing it. Losing it today. It's not my day. So I've got to get on here and figure out how to make some pockets or whatnot for this. And I'll come back to you. How long have I been on here? Oh, 1 hour and 12 minutes. Okay. Goodbye and God bless. I hope you come back. And please consider subscribing to my channel. I love that when you do. Thank you so much for helping me make over 100 subscribers. I cannot believe it. I can't believe that many people would listen to my nonsense and watch me craft. Just thank you. Thank you from the, thank you. That's all. And a Merry Christmas.